Welcome back. We're at the third module of the mini course. All roads have led to here, and this is what it's all about, my babes. Mirror work. I want to first, disclaimer, this might be challenging. I believe that if it doesn't challenge you, it's probably not going to transform you. And please watch yourself talk with this. I don't want you to be saying, this is hard. That's a great, let's talk about this for a moment. Whenever you say this is hard, oh, this is so hard, this is going to be hard. Remind yourself that you can do hard things, okay? Some things are hard. You can do hard things. Mirror work, okay. Stage 1, from the day we're born to about a year and a half old, we're not that interested in the mirror. A theory for this is that we are still identified with our soul and the source from which we came. We're still identified with our higher power. And I gotta say this, in Bali, they don't even put babies on the floor for the first 6 months because they believe that would be like putting God on the floor. They think that babies are God because they understand this principle here. We don't do that in America. Stage 2 starts at 18 months to about 4 years old, and this is called the mirror stage. This is when children are interested and even entertained by the mirror. They love their own reflection. We smile, laugh, they make the silly faces, they're goofing off a little bit. The third stage is from 4 to 7 years old. This is when we become self-conscious, when we are more accepting of other people's judgments of us. We realize we're becoming conscious now, and that means becoming self-conscious. And then after that is stage 4, age 7 years to teenager. We're very self-conscious. We begin to even leave mirrors alone. We're almost disgusted by our own reflection. We are judging ourselves, and we've internalized the judgments of others. We've taken them on as our own, even though they're not, and we've accepted them as truth. But then there's the 5th stage. This is where you are now. Stage 5, we come back to the mirror. So welcome to stage 5. Your soul is calling you home, and you are walking that path. Something inside you led you to here, okay? And this is something to celebrate. Keep walking down that path, and you will have your intention that you set. I promise you, I promise. So mirror work is the most effective method I have ever found for learning to look past our flaws, for loving ourselves, and just seeing the world as a safe and loving place. The mirror reflects back to us feelings that we have about ourselves, and we become immediately aware of where we're resisting, where we're open and have ease, and where our judgments and criticisms are. And mirror work is stating affirmations in front of the mirror, and this will clearly show you what thoughts you need to change to have the life that you've always felt destined for. You'll know it because the judgments and the criticisms will come up, and it might feel like the words that you're saying in mirror work are a lie. That's okay. So the way you do it is you stand in front of a mirror and you look into your own eyes. And it is normal to see the flaws, but this is about letting go of the judgment that you hold about yourself, okay? Because remember, you were not born with that judgment. You were born as God, as they would call it in Bali. You were a creation of the Most High, and we're just not identified with that anymore. But this is the way to become identified with it again, to remind yourself, and I will remind you every day if I need to, that you come from source and that you are more beautiful than you think and that you deserve to feel good about yourself. So this is how you do it. You look at yourself in the mirror and you say, I love you, first name. I really, really love you. So it'd be like, I love you, Gina. I really, really love you. And if that is just too overwhelming and too much of a lie, and you just cannot accept, if you're very triggered by that, you can say, I'm willing to love you first name, or I am learning to love you first name. Okay, those might feel like more true, more open-ended. These affirmations that you state in front of the mirror, these are messages to your subconscious mind, and that will establish a new habitual way of thinking and behaving. And that's what you're here for, right? So I want to note a couple of things. If I haven't mentioned it before, this is uncomfortable. You might feel weird or silly or stupid. You might feel like this brings up just pain. It could bring up a lot of emotions. It could bring up tears or laughter, anger, fear, resistance, any of those things. And it's all okay. There's no judgment in this. It's all welcome. It might be hard to look into your own eyes, and you might feel like these words are a lie. It's okay. That's to be expected. That's exactly how I felt when I first started this. It's the willingness to try. That's the self-love, okay? It's not about doing it perfectly. You can't mess this up. There is no right or wrong way to do this. And it's normal to see what you think are flaws. Just look past them. Doing this is not going to make you conceited or selfish. This isn't about being better than anyone. This isn't an ego thing. This is about giving yourself the same love and compassion and healthy attention that you give to everyone else in your life that you care about. And this practice can change your life and your body image if you do it, if you put it into a practice, and if you allow it to. So this is your action. Practice mirror work every single day for the next 3 days. Don't rush through it. It only takes 2 minutes. You can do this in a rear view mirror, into your phone, in the bathroom mirror while you're, maybe while you're applying your makeup, maybe when you get out of the shower. If you want bonus points, do this naked, okay? Or maybe that's like next level, like self-love college. All right, I love you so much. Thank you for being here. I want to know what your experience was when you did your mirror work. I will just share quickly. At first, I just kept thinking somebody was going to walk in on me. I knew I had the house to myself. I was terrified that somebody would hear me saying, I love you, and how silly that would be and how stupid. And this is what you need to do to feel good about yourself. Come on. I mean, all this negative self-talk going through my mind. I finally secured the home. I knew I was the only one there. I said the words and I just bawled. I'm going to cry right now thinking about it, because it was a total lie. And I just realized, to the degree how much I did not love or accept myself. But I do now. And it's because of all of the things that I'm teaching you in this course. So I promise you that if you do these actions and you put them into practice, your life will transform. And if you have young girls in your life, young women, doing this for them, I believe, is one of the biggest gifts you could give her, because I don't have a daughter, but I do have stepdaughters, and I have friends with daughters, and I am a daughter. I have a mother. I know that kids will do what they see their parents do, not what their parents tell them to do. So she's going to mimic what you do. And when you love yourself and you embody that and you put that into practice and you stop tearing yourself down, judging yourself, being hard on yourself, you will give her permission to do the same. I love you so much. Tell me what your experience was, and we will talk soon.